Hey guys, good morning. Once again, welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news. When it is trending enough to be brought here, please do understand that I'm not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who's also a voter, and I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of our super gorgeous country. Hey, I always say that our super gorgeous country is entangled in a mess that has been growing over the years, and nobody has been paying attention to what South Africans have been saying. And we were told so many times that South Africans are xenophobic. The most xenophobic country is South Africa, and our leaders were very not so having their hands on deck in dealing with the situation. It came to a point whereby South Africans were saying, you know what, we're just going to take that branding and be carrying it on our foreheads. If we want to call us xenophobic, so shall it be. But we are not going to be silent when we see that our country is going down the drain through illegal immigration, porous borders, crime, and all that is happening. And we are going to speak out that our leaders are not doing anything about it. Yeah. And it is true that South Africans, for the longest time, nobody was listening to South Africans, and we would be voting for these people, and we seemed like stepchildren who are hated within their family, right? Let me read a post to you by ENCA, and I want to share with you what Panyaza Lesufi said. And I was listening to this, I was like, where were you guys all along when this was happening? Where were you when South Africans were talking about this? Where were you when South Africans were saying we are suffocating? Where were you when South Africans were saying crime is high because we have people that are undocumented? It is impossible to trace them. The chances of tracing them are very limited. All right, let us read this post. Reality is, I'm quoting, the ENCA was quoting Panyaza Lesufi here, the Premier of Gauteng. Right? Reality is we are invaded by people that we don't know. We can't account for. We don't know why they are here. We don't know how they came here, hey guys, and we don't even know their agenda. Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi. In recent days, activists have blocked access for undocumented foreign nationals at clinics and hospitals, claiming that they are placing an unsustainable burden on the public health system. When they say claiming, but those are facts. Those are just facts. I am not promoting the blocking of the people. I just don't know how we are supposed to deal with that situation. But this talks to the discomfort that South Africans cannot take anymore. And I've been seeing videos on social media and especially on TikTok since this blocking happened. And you know what? The hospitals, if this information that we are seeing is true, the hospitals look empty and the nurses are relaxing. It says there's some truth there in that illegal immigrants are burdening our health system and all other things that are supposed to be for South Africans and other foreign nationals who are legally in South Africa to get. And this thing, I always say that illegal immigration should not be a problem only to South Africans, but also to those foreign nationals that are in South Africa legally. It's not like when people are committing crime, the people who are not documented. Please do hear me and hear me very well. I'm not saying South Africans are not committing crime. There's a lot of crime that is being committed by South Africans. The difference there is, there's a high chance of arresting a South African and hold them accountable than arresting somebody that is not documented. So, where were they? Our leaders, where were they when South Africans were complaining? Where were they? So let's listen to what Panyaza Lesufi said.
Delivery issue, and you've spoken out about this, but how would you say your province needs to handle the issue of non-South Africans needing access to healthcare? They've been previously blocked. It's obviously a big concern. Our constitution is very clear. How are you going to handle this, Premier?
I still feel that we've mismanaged it, all of us, and I don't want to point a finger at any leave of government. We mismanaged this matter badly. The signals have been there, and I don't think that we responded with the necessary speed. We're very agile in dealing with it. You can't have people that you don't know who they are in our own country. It's not only a risk for our security, but a sudden mushroom of people that own businesses. You don't know where they buy their stock. You don't know where they deposit that particular stock or where they bank. And suddenly we have people that are staying in our informal settlement in our communities that we can't account for as a country. That we don't know how they arrived here, what they do. We don't even have a database of their details, their fingerprints, their idea. If it's not a level of recklessness, I don't understand how to characterize it, or I would not know how to characterize it. So we have to deal with it head on, and we need to come with new methods to deal with it. To stop people from going to clinics and other things might be a piecemeal solution for those that believe it will assist them. But the reality is we are invaded by people that we don't know, we can't account for, we don't know why they're here, we don't know how they came here, and we don't even know their agenda. And if we allow government just to allow that huge number of people just to be where they are, it's a problem. You go to prisons, almost half of our prisons, I'm told, it's people that we don't even know where they come from, and they've committed serious crimes. So my attitude is to say we understand those that have taken the actions that they've taken. I think they're frustrated, but we need a bigger agenda as government. And I really believe that the sooner we do this urgently, even if to review our legislation, our laws, and also to review our border management systems, and also to put the necessary resources and come with new creative ideas on how best to manage the people that are in our country that we don't know who they are, where they come from, and why they're here.
So I don't want to misquote you, Premier, but what are you saying about those that are seeking access to healthcare that are undocumented? Should they be helped in Gauteng hospitals?
Unless we have changed the issues that I'm raising now, which is regulations, which is the necessary laws and other things, to do that might sound good ethically. It might sound good to those that are championing this particular campaign, and might sound good for them on the basis that they've identified this element. But where we stand as government, we also suffer the same pain, because we can't do budgeting, because we don't know who's coming. We don't know who's here, who's not here. And the numbers that we have are also going beyond our budget. Therefore, it can't be a piecemeal solution by those that are stopping them. It needs a collective approach, both government, NGOs, political parties that have an interest on this issue, to say how best can we deal with this issue so that we can be in a position to elevate the pain and the misery that our people are going through.
Okay. Now, my thing is, where were they when all of this was happening? Where were they? Where were they? And it's like our government is not agile enough in dealing with the situation. It's like they've been sleeping all along. It is a shame for our leaders to come out and say, we have people that we don't know where they come from, how they got here, but the borders are porous. Immigration is messed up. You have been there. South Africans have been complaining. Now it's like you have not been doing your job. I don't understand it. I don't. Like, it is not a today's thing. And now for them, I think it's something that they're going to use now campaigning moving forward. It looks like the people who have caused this wound to South Africans are coming back to say, no, we'll be the healer as well. Like, the whole thing now is going to turn into a political campaign. It's going to turn into a political issue. Yet there are real people that are suffering because of this. I don't know, I'm not trying to criticize the Premier here, but what I'm saying is, where were they? It's my biggest question. All the years when this was building, when South Africans were called xenophobic, when South Africans were complaining that, I don't know, where were they? Please do share your views in the comment section. I'm looking forward to reading those. And if time allows me, I'm going to respond. But if it doesn't, I'm certainly going to react to show that I appreciate your participation in my channel. There are comments that I'm still going to react to. Please bear with me on that one if I seem like I'm dragging my feet in doing that. And this whole thing, guys, it is so super frustrating. I don't know even what to say. We will see how fast they are going to act. It is a shame when they say with their mouth they are occupying businesses that are supposed to be occupied by South Africans. They don't know where they are banking. They don't know where their stock comes from. They don't even know how they are sitting in informal settlement. And the thing is, sometimes I think they are too disconnected from the situation, because when you look, when you listen very well, it did not mention the villages. We have traditional leaders having people there who are undocumented, doing all manner of things in there. But because traditional leaders have collected a bribe from these people, because that's what it is. It's a bribe. These people are there. I was talking to somebody on the phone yesterday, a friend of mine there. She's from Montfrey. She's telling me there's a place there that was called the Matsikane. I don't know whether Matsikane land or something, but there was the land that was dedicated to Matsikane. Even people, when they wanted to use that land, they'd be told, no, ngumhlaba ka Matsikane lo, so we cannot be giving you Eastern Empire. So, but today, they're saying that land is occupied by Pakistans. By people from Pakistan. I just said by Pakistans. Anyway, guys, pardon me on that one. By the people from Pakistan. But you look at that. What can justify people of that land not being granted land when they need it? So now, somebody from all the way Pakistan, probably in South Africa, illegally, they are certainly occupying that land. So they need to check themselves very well. And they must not twist South Africans by saying we're going to legalize the people who are here illegally in South Africa. They must not be doing that, because the country is going to go up in flames. They must not do that. We are tired of seeing such things happening in South Africa. Banning here, banning there, destroying there, destroying there. We don't want to see those things anymore. So how are they going to pull out all these people from where they are to take them back? They always have opportunities. Easter time, no one really lives like that in South Africa if they are from another country. Some go, some come, especially the people from the SADC region, they do travel. So now, December, they empty South Africa, people go home. And there's this thing of saying these people are refugees and whatnot. Most of the time, we do have refugees in South Africa, but most of the time, you find that those people are economic migrants. At the end of the day, coming to a place that is also messed up, South Africans are also not working. Panyaza Lesufi said, we cannot do budget because we don't know who is here. We don't know the numbers that we have. As government, we can't budget. Like, where were you when all this thing was happening? For us to get here, where were you? Hey, guys, this is so super frustrating to hear them actually admit that this is a problem. They don't know how these people came here. You are the people that were supposed to be keeping that gate to ensure that everything is happening in order. Now they're talking about taking enough resources to borders, to controlling that situation. Why was that not happening when it was still on the numbers that were controllable? Yeah. Guys, if you watched up to here, I would like to say Nkosini kakhulu, guys, for choosing to watch my videos. And the next time you bump into my videos, kindly watch my ads in full, as that support really goes a long way. And to those who are already watching my ads, ndithi Nkosini kakhulu, ningadinwa nangom. So you can be watching my ads. That's if you're on Wi-Fi and you have the time to do so. Please, guys, ndiyanicela and nibe nemini emnandi. Ndiza kunibona kwivideo elandelayo.